Hey, what's up? This is World's Worst Signs number 15. Let's do it! So maybe I'll try doing that sometimes, right? No. I'm not starting it. No. Frog parking only. All others will be towed. Turned into a toad? Did I use this one already? Feel like I've heard this joke before. Alright, well, don't turn me into a toad. Let's just move on. Frog parking doesn't even make sense. Who's gonna park there? No one's gonna park their frog there unless, if this zooms out and there's a bunch of, frogs with leashes hitched onto something, then I'll put my foot in my mouth, but I'm not that flexible, so it's not gonna happen. Hope Valley! Dead end. Okay, I'm getting mixed signals here. This is giving me very mixed signals. Alright? As long as when you get to the dead end in Hope Valley, it's not full of, dead bodies or something, then I think it'll be alright. You can still have hope in a dead end. Hope that one day it'll be turned into a road. I guess it's better than this sign here. In your booty. In your butt. Tay. In your booty. This one is also giving me mixed feelings. This is not a good crossroads to come into. You go to in your booty and then some guy's just waiting there like, I knew you'd show up. Fart noises. Call this number. I'm not even going to give you the number, okay? Unless you just call it and it's just a bunch of fart noises. But also it could just be someone's random noise. Although it could just be someone's phone and you call up and they talk to you and then they're like, someone told me this was fart noises, and they're like, my voice doesn't sound like farts! Why do people keep telling me that? Maybe it's a prank on the person whose number it is, that's what I'm saying. Or maybe it's a hotline where you call up and this person just farts into the phone. They got a separate cell phone where they're like, oh, someone wants to hear some fart noises, and it's just someone who is making the best of their ability to fart on command. They want to share that ability with the world. This is the only way they know how. So intrigued, but also terrified to call random numbers because I'm afraid I'll get scammed. I know how easy I am to... Someone's going to talk me into buying gift cards and then paying for something with them, and then all of a sudden all of my accounts will be drained. I just watched the movie The Beekeeper recently, okay? I know what happens. I understand. Oh, a little story time. Passed this sign and my 10-year-old daughter says, looks like someone drove over the speed limit. Put him into comedy classes. Put her into comedy classes right away. No, wait, don't make her a comedian. Put her into acting classes. They make more money. Put her into clown college. Is that a real thing? I think it is. Steve-O went, didn't he? Seniors camping ahead. Bring wood. Why do you gotta say that to the seniors? Why are you making them feel bad about the one thing that they're losing hope in? You know seniors have a hard time bringing wood to the game. Their wives are probably always saying, can you bring me some wood tonight? And he's like, no, I can't. I wish I could, but I walked up 3 flights of stairs and now I'm fatigued. It's tough being an old person. And no, I'm not talking about myself. Well, anyway, seniors, it's tough being a senior. It's also tough being a 36-year-old man in the body of a senior. Look, I'm not that. My body's not breaking apart that much, okay? I think I'm pretty good. I like to act like I'm falling apart as a person, but it's just fun to joke about that, okay? If I fell down the stairs, I'd get right back up. In fact, I'm gonna go throw myself down the stairs just to prove a point. Be right back. If I don't come back, then this video won't ever be up, so I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna go throw myself down the stairs. Okay, that's just silly. The silliness. Video's getting silly. Doctor waiting room. If you die whilst waiting to see the doctor, please cancel your appointment. Well, you can't do it for the person? What if they're choking or having a heart attack? Do you gotta wait and see, or are they gonna go up and be like, I think I'm not gonna make it, and I saw the sign, so I just wanted to do my part, make your life a little more easy. I know it's very busy and you can't see me right now, so I would like to cancel my appointment. Whew, I think I almost gave myself a heart attack there. Whew, I feel flush. Whew, it's hot in the office and I'm wearing a sweater and a winter hat, so that makes sense. Why would you even put that sign up? People are very worried about their health, and then they see that, and they're like, oh, you're making jokes about what I'm worried about. I park this way to keep from sticking out into traffic. This thing is 22 feet long. Someone once put a note on my windshield saying I was an a-hole for parking this way. I'm really not. And then someone put a little sign that said, you spelled really wrong. I guess this is proof that this sign actually works, because that person went up with a little piece of paper and a pen, so they probably were going to write a note about bad parking, and then they read the sign and they're like, well, I'll just spell check this for him then instead. Can people stop leaving little pieces of paper on my car? That's all I want. Stop. Keep moving. Oh, confusing. What happens when... So legally... if I run this stop sign, is it okay? Stop, but not for that long. It says stop, not park. All right? Mixed messages. Stop. Here's another one. Stop. No stopping anytime, except for when you see another car coming or like a child crossing the road. Then you should probably stop. But also, like, someone's going to come up there and they're not going to know what to do. And they're going to get really scared and they're going to run an old lady over just because they're like, hey, I didn't know what to do. It said not to stop at any time. Here's a frightening one. Mad squirrel, protect your nuts. Why is it gonna... Wait, what? Which ones? Because I always have a bag of peanuts. And then also there's other ones that I would want to protect if a squirrel's just going to jump in and attack. Apparently squirrels tore apart a baby one time. I didn't know that was a thing. I heard this story on a podcast I listened to, so I just heard about it. I'm not sure if it's true, but that is frightening. I didn't know squirrels in packs can be so lethal. Maybe that baby had peanut butter all over its face. That's terrifying and terrible. Mad squirrel. Maybe this is the area where it happened and they had to put up signs about mad squirrels. Unsupervised children will be used as crab bait. Well, that seems excessive, all right? You don't need to be chopping up the unsupervised children. Do you throw the whole child in the cage, or do you at least, spread it over the rest of the cages? Because it seems wasteful to use the whole child in one cage as bait. Don't touch yourself, ask the staff. Thank you. The sign told me you were down, so I was like, hey, okay, so yeah, go ahead. I was going to go to the bathroom and do it, but wait, it's just written wrong. You're going to get a lot of people coming up wanting you to touch the private parts, and they're just going to be confused when you yell at them and kick them out of the store. Here's an embarrassing thing to make a sign of and then go to a concert and run around. I need a man to rearrange my guts. Good Lord is all. Yep, that is the right thing. Yes, please. Someone already scratched off all the Instagrams and ats and whatever. And yeah, if this is your way of finding a man, you're not doing it right, okay? If you've tried everything and this is the only thing you can resort to now, I guess she's not really trying to find a man. She's just, out there shooting her shot at every single person at the concert. Are you going to be picky, like when someone comes up? It's sad is what it is. I'm speechless. Please, don't throw yourself out to a crowd like this. I am speechless. Don't do it. This is not the way to find the love of your life. I guess it is a good way to find a one-night stand, though, which is what she's looking for. So maybe I'm wrong. I should have just said good Lord and moved on. Spell check can be your best friend or your worst enema. One day I'll tell you about my worst enema. I've never had one, so my worst one would be the first one I get. There were those people that were addicted to doing coffee enemas before. I remember talking about them way back when. Yeah, and they had a son who was like, you're killing yourself, right? She's like, no, I'm fine. It's just coffee being tubed up my butt. It's fine. The heck is wrong with people? I think I'll pass on the ice cream today. Bubblegum or Butfinger Blast. I think it was supposed to be Butterfinger Blast, but Butfinger Blast was not the right way to abbreviate it. Maybe Butterfing Blast would have been, but Butfinger Blast. I just don't think that's going to taste good. One more traffic sign. 4-wheel drive only. High risk slope. Seek alternate route. Did you listen? Did you seek an alternate route? Well, now you're seeking an alternate route, unless that's just someone walking past. Someone pushed the car out. And if you went and ended up in the ditch, you must have been going pretty fast, right? You didn't have time to read the sign, did you? Well, at least it was like a slope into a ditch, because I'm sure at some point this road slopes off of a cliff. Because that's probably why they have the sign, right? Not for this one. There's probably a slope that could have killed this person, so count yourself lucky that you fell into this ditch and not the one that goes off a cliff, down some rocks and into a river. I'll bet aliens ride past Earth and lock their doors. What's up, Nova? We're not done yet. And this is another thought I've had recently where I'm like, you know what? Maybe we don't see aliens because they're very aware of us and how chaotic our world is. So when they come by, they just roll up the window. We're like the dangerous part of space. Everybody knows about us. So they're just like, ooh, don't go to Earth. Trust me, not unless you want to get stabbed or shot. Let's just move on. That is a distinct possibility. We're just not getting visited because we're too primitive. And the ones that are visiting us, they must be very brave aliens. Or they accidentally crash. This is a blessed and thithing church? I don't... Thithing? This is a blessed and thithing tooth. All members... Females, no pants. What? Males, no earrings, no braids. We love you all. Pastor Mac McCollum. What? I'm assuming it's saying that females need to wear skirts and not pants, but he could have worded that better. Hey, when Sister Mary comes in and all she's wearing is underwear, you can't blame her, okay? She misread the rules. God would understand. Oh, the Bradford Wanking Festival. First weekend in September. What is this? Everybody just gets in a circle? Or, I don't want to know, and I don't want to go. Does wanking mean something else in like actual wordage? Is the actual word wanking not as explicit as I'm thinking? This is not 129.10. This is not an Airbnb. If you are here for above, do not ring my bell and off. I will come out with a baseball bat swinging, no questions asked. I think this has been a mistake that's been happening quite often. I'd be alarmed if this sign went up and no one has ever come to his house and mistaken it for an Airbnb. He's just like, just in case. I know there's no Airbnbs around here. He literally has just had enough where now he's like, I'm gonna give you a fair warning. I'm gonna come out screaming with a baseball bat because I'm sick of it. You know what? I feel like it's a warranted action. And the people that are ringing that doorbell, they're not gonna take the time to read the sign. They're probably going to ring the doorbell and then start reading the sign and then get to that part and be like, oh crap. And he's going to be like, like in their face with a baseball bat. I wish I could read faster. I'm sorry, sir. Maybe you should just open yourself up as an Airbnb. Start letting people stay there. Like, yeah, no, this is the Airbnb, but you got to stay with me. And my dogs. Yes, and I carry this baseball bat everywhere with me. Anyway, that's what I got for you today. So, yeah, and Nova, you got anything to say? My fish tank is a little sick right now. I don't know what, it always happens when you do like a big cleaning and like try to make the tank. I tried to rearrange it and everything just got stirred up, Yeah, so they got a little bit of an ick outbreak, so I'm dealing with that. But, I've dealt with it before. I'm more experienced with dealing with this kind of thing. Usually if you catch it very early and start treating it, it'll be fine. It's just a little tricky because I can't do full doses of ick medicine because I've got a lot of scaleless fish in there, a lot of little catfish and like bristlenose plecos and stuff like that. Yeah, so you gotta kind of low dose it, turn up the heat, and see what happens. I don't know, just like, no one ever wants to talk to me about my fish tank. So, you guys are forced to listen, unless you cut out of the video before this point. Anyway, if you made it this far in the video, you must have liked something you see, right? So hit the like button, leave a comment, leave me some feedback in the comments. Let me know what you've been liking lately, what you haven't been liking, and subscribe to the channel so you can see notifications of when my videos go up, which is every week. And, yeah, come up to your screen real quick. Come here. And boop, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/FLuffeeTalks, and check out my merch. All the descriptions are down below. I already booped you. You don't get two. Come on now. All right, Nova wants to go. Bye. Oh, hello. Nova, do you have something you need to say? Okay. Nova has something she said she needs to say. What do you need to say? What do you got to say? Got you. Got you. She tricked me again. She doesn't speak English. All right, get down. We got this. Oh, see? We did better that time. You didn't fall on the ground.